Fun so far. So Gallegation, moving on into game number 5.
That's
Would
right.
like to introduce our players.
I sure absolutely would. NoDice Gaming is sending out Spectre. He's a Grandmaster Terran from the United States, and he's playing for NoDice Gaming's Academy team. He has high ambitions for his StarCraft 2 career. In his first clan war ever, he had a reverse all-kill of Team Gravity. That's nothing to sneeze at.
No.
And his opponent this evening from Crossfire Gaming is going to be Thunder. He's a Venezuelan Protoss, started playing at the release of Wings of Liberty. He placed top 16 in seasons 1 through 3 of Copa America and prefers his aggressive play.
He does, and this is going to be a PvT we're going into here, and his ratio versus Terran, not the best, but on some of these accounts it's not necessarily easy to tell, as they do play with multiple accounts. So we will see what goes down. A PvT we haven't actually seen in quite a long time. Excited to see what happens. So let's jump on into it in Habitation Station LE this evening. Game number 5 with a score of 2-2 in the upper right hand corner. Representing NoDice Gaming, wearing the color red with several little men walking around grabbing blue things with their little drills. It is Spectre.
And in the top left-hand corner, representing Crossfire Gaming and having blue Protoss, it is Thunder.
So is Thunder going to be able to
sporting
bring the rain for Spectre this game?
He's also the only person in this match tonight who can sport 2 kind of novelty songs being played.
We have a person asking for the leagues. We will go and show them again real quick as we're just jumping into the game. Crossfire Gaming's Thunder is a Master Protoss, and NoDice Gaming's Spectre is a Grandmaster Terran.
Looks like some of these obs are dropping off as the players are complaining a bit about lag as the opening scenes are happening here of the game. Barracks going down now for Spectre.
No gas though, so not going to see any Reapers. It is literally the most obnoxious thing in the world for a Protoss player. I may not be speaking for every Protoss player, just talking about myself. As I freaking hate when 3 Reapers start heading across the map early, and I got my Mothership Core out a little bit too late, and, well, the rest is history. But double gas coming out of Thunder. So if Thunder is made from gas, he will be having a lot of it, as that gateway is about halfway done. He is going to need to throw down another pylon here, as he's got his probe scouting around. Looks like that pylon does come down. Going to scout up into Spectre's base, as there is nothing preventing him from doing so. Going to be a Marine opening from Spectre.
Yeah, no gas down at all for him.
This is actually something we haven't seen in a little... We haven't seen this very much out of Terran. It's usually been... even if it's going to be a non-Reaper opening, the gas comes down pretty quick because the Terrans are really liking to get that factory down almost immediately lately. So I'm interested to see. I mean, obviously it has to be a early expand here.
Yeah, that money is growing, and not a whole lot of stuff's coming, and there goes the SCV to build it right now.
Yeah, so going to be an early command center at the natural expansion as an SCV comes on up into the base of Thunder. Walks right through the mineral lines, although he is a kind fellow, is not greedy at all, does not steal any minerals, as so many rude SCVs do these days.
Only the SCVs, too.
Yep.
Not
Also,
any of the probes.
interestingly, Thunder here is doing quite a good job of scouting. He's scouted almost the entirety of this west side of the map here, looking for any proxy factories probably at this point. So that can be pretty awful, having a proxy factory in a very, very early Widow Mine. Walk its way right into your mineral line when you have no stalker to do anything about it, or the stalker's off busy. But bunker going down at the front, 4 Marines rallied up to jump right on into that thing as soon as it completes. So Spectre with a very macro heavy opening, but also well defended.
That's right. It looks like Bio is going to be the choice. As you said, these 2 other barracks are being built here, and really just setting up these defenses at the front.
Still no gas, Gallegation. Now as 2 gas go down. I think this is the latest Terran gas we've seen in a long time.
It has been some time, but I guess if you're only getting planning on getting some early Marines, you don't really need that gas, and those extra minerals will definitely help your economy along. Stalker trying to push in, but those Marines in the bunker are happy to say no thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is a very cool opening from Spectre here. I like this all mineral opening with a lot of no add-on barracks, but I mean,
Well, while we've been talking about those minerals, Thunder has decided to put a Stargate kind of southern portion of this map.
Honestly, it's not all that shocking to me these days. I feel like 50% of games, a Protoss is going to be proxying a Stargate. It seems like we've seen Terran's scout a little bit better for it. It doesn't seem like Spectre's really been moving around all that much to see that. Because, especially with a no-gas opening like this, an Oracle is... Oh, okay, Void Ray. Alright. I can sign on with that.
It almost looks like Spectre's kind of going for an all-in push here, too. I mean, he's got this 2-base going, and I mean, he could bounce back on this, but I mean, he's just making all Marines all the time.
Yeah, and we've seen this same sort of play out of Protoss before with the proxy Void Ray 3-gate. Lots of Zealots, few Stalkers against a Marine army like this can actually do quite a bit of damage, so both players with fairly scary builds here. Stim is very delayed, so these Marines do not have combat shield, they do not have stim, so they're actually pretty weak. These Stalkers microed properly with that amazing Time Warp can do a lot of damage and clean up these Marines probably without even taking that many losses.
Does lose a Stalker, and the mothership does go down, so Spectre got done what he wanted to, considering all things that were there.
Yeah.
But that was heavy Marine casualties, though.
I'm cringing, though, because now Spectre is going to be in a little bit of a rough spot, I think, as there is one Void Ray complete and a second on the way. These Stalkers now heading across the map. Warp Gate is complete, so he will be warping in Stalkers. This is going to be a pretty scary push from Thunder.
And I think Spectre is kind of expecting a scary push coming, as he does have 2 more bunkers going down. One is finished, the other one is just about wrapped up, and the Marines are immediately going in. But
those are certainly, I expect a scary push reaction barracks or bunkers right there.
Yes, they are.
But the cool thing is the Void Rays can kind of swing around the side there once he sees this. But oh, he's gonna lose 2 Stalkers.
Right away.
But nice reaction there by Spectre, but does lose 2 of those bunkers. But I feel like Thunder lost a little bit too many Stalkers there.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of defense here, and Spectre was real quick. I mean, there was a lot of damage being done. Oh, goodness. That Void Ray.
Yeah, I think that Thunder is... Oh. Yeah, I don't like the position he's in right now because he lost like 3 to 4 Stalkers. Looking at the units lost, it is quite double for Thunder what it is for Spectre. Because keep in mind, Spectre only lost a few Marines, which isn't a very big investment. And Spectre's on 2 bases now, even though he's only mining out of 1 since there's 30 SCVs protecting that bunker.
Yeah, and that is a lot of damage that, I mean, just in economics there. I mean, when you've got 13 SCVs kind of rallied around this bunker, that's 13 SCVs that aren't mining now finally deciding to send at least some of them.
Even with that, though, the income is about 30% more for Spectre, but now Thunder gonna make a second push. He does have a sentry, he does kill that bunker, but still there's a lot of support here from Spectre.
There really is, and he's moving forward. He does have the medevacs in the mix now as well, along with that stim pack. Hasn't really been trigger happy with the stim just yet, as the healing amounts are very limited, and it looks like Thunder is kind of backing off a little bit for now.
Yeah, Thunder's window is definitely passed right now with this push, and he's gonna be hard pressed to be able to take an advantage here. He's going to have to do some kind of transition here. It looks like it's, my prediction obviously is going to be DTs, because when behind, why not? But he's definitely behind now because the fully operational expansion of Spectre here, and Spectre did a great job defending it with those bunkers out front, and now rebuilding another one just in case. And this turret, I feel at the front here was actually pretty darn clutch, because that really kept those Void Rays back.
Yeah, he really did not want to lose the Void Rays. I mean, it looks like he did lose 1 in that engagement, but if he had committed any more, then he would have lost more for sure. Looks like Spectre is getting ready to do a push of his own, feeling fairly good about that hold and just kind of rallying across the map here. But with medevacs and stim pack and Marine Marauder.
It's actually interesting here. Thunder is knowing that a drop would be terrible for him right now, and as such he has a Void Ray held back in the back, saying absolutely no drops will happen this day. But Spectre doing a push here at the front was not able to get in due to those force fields, but there's not a lot of energy left on those sentries, which he has to know by this point.
So moving it right on in, the Void Ray that was scouted, or rather holding the Vigil, has now moved in. And Thunder saying that the delay is what caused him the loss. And there's the GG.
Yep, and that was a really, I mean, I really like that play out of Thunder. I've seen it a lot of times, and I've seen it just absolutely ravage an unsuspecting Terran. But Spectre, it feels like he got a good whiff of it as he sent those first batch of Marines into Thunder's base and actually lost them. And I thought that might have actually been a bit of a blunder for him, given that he lost so many and they went down so quickly because he didn't have those upgrades with the gasless opening. But honestly, when Thunder went up that ramp and saw those 3 barracks, I think he should have pulled back immediately and then just kind of tried to do some poking damage with those Void Rays rather than just shove it up the gut no matter what.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's always that window, and when you've been able to press on that opportunity in the past and make it pay off, then it's always tempting to do so in the future. Fortunately, it didn't work out for him that time. That puts our score now to 3-2.
Dun, dun. Yep, it's going to be 3-2 in favor of NoDice.
That's right.
So NoDice came out with a win, then Crossfire came back